Artificial intelligence is no longer a futuristic idea. It's one of the most significant technology disruptions of our lifetime. It will make or break entire industries and will have a tremendous impact on the physical and economic security of our citizens. Artificial intelligence is now at a crossroads, and what we do now will have long-lasting consequences in the future. To talk about all this, I'm here with Nadia Calviño, Vice President and Minister of Economy and Digitalization of Spain, which happens to be holding at the moment the rotating presidency of the Council of the EU. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Spain has taken the initiative about Europe's digitalization. So tell me, what is your vision on AI and how do you think it will impact the economy and also the labor markets?
Well, indeed, when we took office in 2018, that's 5 years ago, we already knew that digitalization would be one of the key levers to drive growth, prosperity, and modernization of our country. Of course, we didn't know at the time that everything would be accelerated exponentially. And we didn't know that we would have the European funds, the Next Generation EU Recovery Plan, that would allow us to undertake a very ambitious reform and investment program. Time is of the essence. Digitalization is accelerating, and we need to make sure that we have the right framework to ensure that it does support innovation and brings prosperity and growth and good quality jobs, seizing all the opportunities without falling in the risks and being able to also face the challenges which are derived from this technological revolution, this industrial revolution that is taking place around us right now.
Artificial intelligence will bring a lot of great opportunities in almost every field, but there's also a lot of concerns on how this can impact the people's privacy or even their individual and social rights. So what citizens want to know is what you politicians can do to get the most out of artificial intelligence without having the unwanted consequences, the dangers of AI.
Ensuring that the digitalization process preserves our rights and values, that we can ensure safety, trust and confidence in citizens and corporations and countries, the good functioning of our democracies. That is a top priority for us, and that's why when we adopted our artificial intelligence strategy back in 2020, in parallel, we adopted a Charter of Digital Rights, which has inspired the work which is going on at European level, but also in the Latin American countries and at global level in the United Nations. And I think it's essential that we ensure that this technological revolution, this new digital economy that is in the making, it leads to a more prosperous but also a fair society, avoiding biases and ensuring inclusiveness for all citizens throughout the country. That is our great challenge, but the good news is that there have been major agreements and breakthroughs in the last couple of weeks. So the governance framework and the appropriate regulatory framework is also being made around us as we speak.
Mm-hmm. How do you think is the best way to regulate artificial intelligence? Should it be through regulations made by individual states, or should it be done at a multinational level? Should it be industry guidelines, or maybe through a dedicated agency? For example, Spain was one of the first countries to create an especially dedicated agency for AI. What is your take on that?
Well, it would be great if self-regulation would work, but what we are seeing these days is that it doesn't. I mean, the Data Protection Agency at European level is already having to take measures with regards to privacy. The G7 has put in place a voluntary guiding or guidelines that could pave the way and mark the direction. The UN has established an advisory body to try to come up with the appropriate regulation at global level. And by the way, Spain is co-chairing this new advisory body, which shows the leadership of our country in the area of artificial intelligence. So there are many ongoing initiatives which show that at the end of the day, we have to put up measures which work at national level, at European level, and at global level. it is very clear that we cannot ensure that artificial intelligence goes at the right direction just using our national mechanisms and rules, because it is a global challenge, one where I would hope that all countries are aligned to ensure that the outcome leads to better societies, more resilient economies, a better future.
I guess one of the main challenges, given the global nature of artificial intelligence development, is how to foster cooperation and collaboration between countries that have very diverse cultural backgrounds, social backgrounds, and even different priorities. How can we do that?
Well, indeed, it is very challenging because it's a technological race taking place in the private sector and also between large jurisdictions, large countries, the superpowers in the world. Also because there are very different views as to who owns the data, how to protect the privacy of citizens, what is the right balance between security and privacy. So it is challenging, but it is also unavoidable. And so I think it's very good that initiatives are ongoing at the UN level, and also that certain fora, such as the Bletchley Park, a very symbolic place also. That's where Alan Turing cracked the Nazi code, and this meeting has brought together Chinese and US representatives. So I think we have to continue bringing forward and supporting initiatives that ensure that all the world's large mega powers in the area of artificial intelligence see eye to eye, understand each other, and cooperate to have a better governance at global level. Actually, we succeeded in doing it in the area of nuclear energy. And we are confronted with a similar challenge when we're talking about artificial intelligence, so we have to continue to work until we succeed.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for being with us today. I don't know if you would like to add something or say to people that are watching us right now from Brussels in the International AI Summit you are opening, by the way.
Well, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. The digitalization process is unstoppable, but the future is not written. So it is in our hand to take now the right decisions and set up the right regulatory and governance framework to ensure that technological developments lead to more resilient, more stable societies, more inclusive and better economies also. It is in our hands, and fora and discussions such as the one that I am honored to open today are contributing to shaping this better world. So I wish you all the best in these very interesting discussions and look forward to seeing you in person soon.
Nadia Calviño, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.